We got
David Fetter. What's up, man?
Hey,
There it is.
Hey,
What's up? Nice sweatshirt. I love it.
thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm actually an old school Hexican. I've been watching Richard for like 2 or 3 years now, and tonight I'm actually a little emotional. I took like a $750 investment, and I paid off $35,000 of student loans,
That's
and I'm debt free now.
Yeah, I was talking about the emotional stress. Obviously, the emotional thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. It changed my life, dude. Like, my sweatshirt's worn. Like, this was custom made by my girlfriend like a year ago for Christmas, and I've been wearing it like every day. It's all beat up, and HEX changed my life, man. Like, it really did. Like, I've been in crypto for a while, and I'm an IT guy. I'm just a hacker nerd. You know, I work at a computer shop and, do my thing. And HEX is the one that really changed my life. It's already changed my life, and it's going to continue to change my life because I recognized how it functioned early, and everything Richard said was true in my opinion. And you can look at the contract and it works. Like, this isn't a scam. Like, it's legit. And I've already benefited so much from it that I want to tell people about it because it's insane. It's insane, and it's just begun. It's not even at a penny yet, perhaps, but what if it goes beyond? Like, what if it flips ETH? What if it flips Bitcoin? Like, this could be crazy if it gets to that level. So I just wanted to reach out. It really has changed my life so much. I felt I had to reach out.
Yeah.
Man, that's freaking awesome, man.
I got a little misty over here. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's what it's all about, financial freedom.
Yep.
So every month you were having this burden of the student loan on top of regular life costs, and knowing that, you would extend that over years to come, maybe. I don't know how long it would have been extended, but that's a huge mental burden off of your shoulders. It's incredible.
Absolutely. Yep. Even with the whole Federal Reserve refinancing and reducing interest rates, I refinanced my student loans even a couple months ago. I was paying $600 a month to service the $35,000, and I'd pay it off in 10 years. That's $600 a month. That's a lot of money. I got 3 kids. I got a wife. I work full time as a IT guy. That's $600 is huge. Wow. And my investment in HEX less than a year ago has already wiped away that $35,000, and now I don't have to pay that $600 a month anymore. That's incredible, man. It really helps my family a lot, man. I'm about to cry. Like, it's
it's
amazing.
You should feel that way, man. Like, there's like having a stress like that is, there's a statistic that's true that, like, if you have a bill, just one bill that puts you over the edge of what you can typically pay per month, in your normal bills, and you have to mentally juggle what bill you're not going to pay, then, like, across the board, people's IQ, your IQ is a function of what your reality is as well. And your IQs will drop about 13 points, or like 1 standard deviation. And, like, just in general, it's harder to be smarter when you have to think about how, you have to have this mental blockade of what the stress that you have to deal with, of a bill that you can't pay, or how you're going to deal with it. It's terrible. And, like, being free of that it's got to be free. It's got to be an awesome feeling, man.
Words can't express how I feel. It really changed my life. And even a lot of the other things that Richard talked about in his videos, even just quitting video games. I used to play EVE Online a lot.
Oh, man.
I spent a lot of times playing video games, man, not providing for my family, not doing anything productive. And I don't do that anymore. And now I work, and then I spend my free time doing crypto and learning and doing IT and, trying to be productive and doing positive things. And yeah, man, it really changed my life.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. Oh man, that's a double whammy. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's words that can't really travel. It's amazing.
Those are tears of joy, man. Those are tears.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm a new man. And you know, I'm not going to dox myself, but that $750 investment that has now satisfied my student loan debt, I've invested more than that into HEX. You know, I knew that, I saw where this was going. I was there through the 2017 up. I've held through the down, man. I'm still hodling a bunch of Bitcoin that is still upside down. Like, what the hell am I doing in my life? Like, all that, like, what? Like, I could have had way more value from that since then. And you know, that day's over. That ship has sailed. I agree with Richard. I think that Bitcoin is, well, but here's what scares me is there's a lot of guys now, the big hedge fund guys are coming on YouTube, and now they're pumping Bitcoin,
Right.
and they're pumping their bags. And I feel like us guys, we're already ahead of the game. Like, that's old news. Like, we were holding that 3 years ago. So now they're pumping Bitcoin. So now it's like, well, we're on HEX and Ethereum. We already know where the future's going. It's Ethereum, it's DeFi, it's HEX. That's the platform. Nobody's developing Bitcoin. Nobody's supporting it. It's just stagnant. It feels very stagnant. So yeah, if you want the future, you know where it's at. I feel like it's HEX, and it's on Ethereum, and it's in this DeFi infrastructure, 100%.
Well, another thing you had said earlier about if it's $600 a month, and you know people have paychecks and they earn and they sell their time, they stay away from their family in order to do that. Your employer has them focus on a task, whatever. You actually had to earn probably about 900 on paper in order to pay 600 a month, right? To basically, between taxes and basically getting to your wallet and being able to pay that to a third party. That energy going forward, even though now you don't have the debt and you're smarter about it, you're less stressed about it. You don't have to change your lifestyle. You just changed your burden, right? So you reduced your burden. And so now you're more frictionless. You know, actually you're a better vehicle for success going forward because you'll be more open-minded, you're more participant, more knowledge over your experience. I think this, like you said, life-changing. I can't see a better impact than what you just revealed. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All said. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And quick shout out to Crypto Coffee. I'm a follower of you, dude. I've watching you for months. Hell yeah, bro.
Thanks, man.
Awesome, brother.
Hey, you got a Twitter I can follow? Or?
Yeah. At David Feeder. Yep. I'm coming out. Richard, this is my coming out party. I'm on the internet now. I got my Twitter like a fucking decade ago. I got my name a long time ago, but I never did shit with it because I didn't have a purpose. But I found my purpose, everybody. Hello.
So this is going to be a new hashtag. The new hashtag is this is a HEX change. You know, you had a total HEX change.
Absolutely. The Hexicans are coming out. The Hexicans are coming out of the woodwork, man. Like, our lives have changed. We are debt free. Fuck the Federal Reserve. Like, we're free now. Like, our lives are different. Like, this is it. What
a great purpose. You know, again, you know, like I was saying earlier, don't shit talk people when they sell to change the burden on their life. And that's different than in other products and other projects. I can see, you know, economic money's going to David to change that position. And I feel good about it. I'm like, I don't feel bad that someone sold to basically relieve that burden and to also convert to full advocacy or full, you know, changing their anonymity or whatever you want to say. I love this ecosystem. It's amazing. You know, people like David are a great example of that.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm giving you a shout out on Twitter right now, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Now that I don't have to service that $600 a month, and now that I'm an active participant in this kind of community, wow, that frees up that's a chunk of my income that now I can go ahead and then reinvest in this space, and I can go and acquire more HEX and stake it, and I got stakes for my children. Like I got stakes for the wife. Like I got the whole family's got stakes. So now I can really be financially free. Now I can really invest in the future.
I mean, and you're like just light in the darkness everywhere you go, because I mean, as you are feeling that way and feeling freer, I mean, everyone takes note about that around you, and like isn't going to notice your sweatshirt and isn't going to notice who your situation and be like, man, what's going on there? And you're like, yeah, you might want to check this thing out that changed your life. Like that's I mean, like that's infectious as fuck, man. I mean, like there's nothing else easier to understand than seeing somebody else, crushing their game because of something and being like, I want a piece of that too. I mean, that's, like just create, like Richard has very, very, very smartly created a whole army of people that that feel great about themselves and are willing to spread that, gospel around, because there's so much room to grow. There's so much room to grow.
Don't say that on here. You might get struck down by lightning. Easy. What's up, David? How's it going, bro?
Hey, man, doing great. This is one of the best nights of my life, guys. Not going to lie.
Right on, man. No, that is cool as fuck, man. That's a good story right there. And, everybody's going to have stories. There's, we all have backstories of what's going on with ourselves financially or whatever. And the story is going to start coming out as soon as we get to start realizing some of the gains. Because, I mean, right now we're talking about it, and it's so awesome that you were able to capitalize on some right away and get you a little bit buy you a little bit of happiness. I always say money does buy you happiness, because money buys you options buys you freedom buys you happiness, and that's how money buys you happiness. So don't let anybody out there ever tell you that money does not buy you happiness, because it does. And I know that this man sitting right here, David, is happy. So fucking, you're free, bro. You're free of that burden, that's for sure. And that's awesome, man. That is
when you
awesome.
put in that framework, you're absolutely right. If money can buy your family security and freedom, is that not happiness?
Fucking A, it's happiness.
I can't argue you're not right. That sounds right to me, man. I mean, I feel happy. I'm not gonna lie. Like
freedom is the only thing that brings me happiness, because it gives me the option to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, in the style that I want to do it in. That's what money gets for you. It gives you those options to live life the way you want to live life. I mean, period, end of story. If you have a desire to not have to work your life away and trade your hours for dollars and do all those kinds of things, and if this vehicle gets you that type of freedom, then you can buy that happiness. I mean, and then for some people it's less than that. Some people are happy living the lifestyle that they're living, and they're content and they're okay. But having that nest egg out there they didn't have, now they have it. Or they're able to buy a home where they couldn't buy a home before, or an extra car so that their wife and him aren't sharing the same car, And if you're young, you've got a bright future now with more freedom in to look ahead to. So yeah, man, that's what this really does. We talk, moon talk all the time, and Lambos and fur coats and $10,000 shoes. But really what it comes down to is real life Hexicans getting free and buying themselves options so that they can have a more quality life. And that's what we've always talked about here in Discord, is your health, your quality of life. And how HEX can do that for you, and that's now that the stories are going to start coming. That's cool. That's something
that I can, that like you see a whole bunch of people can attest to. I mean, Cabana did a fantastic thing by like, doing a workout challenge. I mean, you see lots of cats getting jacked, for the hex of it, I mean, I wouldn't
hate that, man. Get some gains, get double gains.
Dude, I literally, I stepped on, I'm like whatever. I've always it's not that big a deal, but I'm under 200 pounds for like the first time. And I don't know, since I've been under in high school, and that, I mean, I've always worked, done some working out, but I'm a hockey player. So happy to throw a little weight around,
Congratulations on being at a weight that you feel comfortable with, though.
Yeah, shit, exactly. I mean, yeah, for sure. And it's not. I mean, I'm a big dude, so that's kick ass. But I didn't think it was. I mean, I've been more motivated throughout this process than ever I have been in a while. I mean, as soon as you set up a 15-year stake, you're like,
I gotta live. I gotta live.
Did you say I thought the reason I jumped on stream really is because I thought I heard you say coming out. Did you say coming out? You were coming out.
This is the Hex Change party.
He's looking for the young ones that are coming out. So drop me a DM. We'll talk later.
Don't do it. Trap.
Sorry, Bran. Got a new one. He's got a beard. I like it.
I'll send you my fans only later.
There you go. Hey, but on the serious note, this is going to be the beginning. We should probably put some type of a channel together on YouTube where we can put stories up. You should do a video.
Well, that's Seth Mendoza. I don't know if you've seen his thing that he just started doing, but he on Twitter. But he just started. I saw one of his videos so far, but he said he's going to do a bunch more. He had like somebody talking about what how Hex changed their life, and he's like, I have a bunch of people that I've onboarded that I plan on having some videos for, which I was like, that's kick-ass, the one was the Vietnam vet that like the helicopter pilot,
exactly.
Yeah,
we need to
that shit's
start
awesome.
putting more, and I mean, because I can't wait to tell my story because and I don't want to get all emotional and everything on it yet, but it'll happen because I mean, guys, I'm 53 years old. I've worked my ass off my whole life, and to be honest, there's I've worked and struggled and tried to make a nest egg for my family. But I'm going to tell you right now, my son went from 0 to 19. I missed the whole fucking thing. No baseball games, no school outings, none of the plays. I didn't get to go to none of that shit, man. Some of you guys might be on that same path, man. Don't fucking do it, man. Don't do it. And if you can be an entrepreneur and go out there and do some, or you can invest in Hex and get yourself free, do it, man, because I'm telling you, missing my kid's life is probably the worst thing that I ever did. But I had to trade those hours for dollars so that I can, supply what I had to supply for those kids. But if Hex can buy you a little bit more freedom to make it to the baseball game so you could take a day off and do that, or you can go to the play, or you can go to the father-daughter dance. I mean, those were all the things that I missed. And my daughter's 15 now, and I missed 15 years of that. I'm trying to do my best to try and get some time in with her now. But I mean, that's what money does, is it buys you freedom, guys. And don't end up an old guy like me with kids that are growing up and disappearing before I got to spend any time with them. It's fucking heartbreaking. It's heart-wrenching. But if Hex can buy me a little bit more time with my youngest and my daughter and help me make up some things with my son, then fuck, man. I mean, that is huge. That's bigger than any piece of property I can buy,
100%.
any fucking car, any vacation. Anything, and we got Richard to thank for that, because he's going to change a bunch of lives, and we get to tell those stories, and we don't have to be, run around honking Lambos all over the place.
No Lambos. No. That hits me right in the heart. You're absolutely right, man. I got 3 kids and I'm 34. My kids are 13 and 10. I had kids when I was 20. I started having babies, and it's changed my life and it's changed their life. And I do work too many hours for too less pay. And I want to be an entrepreneur, but it's hard. It's scary. I've got mouths to feed. I can't,
bro. That was my thing, man.
I'm addicted to the paycheck, right? That's like I make that good money. So I need that. I got a mortgage. I got bills to pay. I need that paycheck. Yeah. So I don't know how to make the transition from a full-time employee to a entrepreneur, business owner. I don't know how.
I tried, bro. It was
I'll be honest. Like,
hold on, shut up. I'm talking still. What I'm trying to say is I have a conversation with him because I had the same problem. I always tried to be an entrepreneur. I always tried to get out there and take that extra leap, and it was too scary, man. I always went back to what I knew to make those dollars, but I had to trade those hours for those dollars. Mm-hmm. And as my kids got older, I realized this one thing, and a wise guy told me this one time. He said, kids don't spell love Love. They spell it Time. Don't ever forget that, all you young guys. You have kids, they don't care how much you get for them or whatever you say. They want that time of yours, man. They want your fucking time. So get off of your screens.
You
Get
could be
out
broke.
from your
Your
work.
kids will want. They want you to be
Hell
with you.
yeah,
They want
man.
to spend time with you. Teach them.
Exactly, and that's the option you can have with the type of gains that Hex can bring to you. So go ahead, Big K. I'm sorry, man. I mean to.
No, I mean, I was going to echo your sentiment. I mean, like, I left the traditional job position. I was project managing for an IT business, and like I left it,
wow,
with doing crypto to do crypto to full time, mine crypto,
full-time.
I started a business and like really, did that whole adventure, and I worked very, very hard for very, very little in the process. And that whole transfer was painful. And I used to say for like a number of years of the situation, as much time as I poured into my business, because I started a small business and like removed myself from the workforce, I had a lot more time. That was right about the same time I had my first kid, and I had a lot more time. I like that I had so much extra time for my kid because all my work was right there at home. I was like in the garage working on mining rigs, and I walk right inside and be with my kid all the time. And it was like that was so like even though there was a lot of loss, I mean, I started this in like I started the business itself to like left the shit in like mid 2017. So like never a great time to, it's not a great time to do that. There was a lot of pain through 2018 and 19. And I'd say regularly to my family, like I would gladly mortgage my, like right now for my kid's future, because that's what I felt like I was doing. Cause like my business wasn't popping off. It's not like mining was like through the roof. I was barely, I was taking a huge risk and bleeding out, like watching myself bleed out over here while trying to fucking figure out a million different fucking things happening at me.
Absolutely. Would you have 100 video cards, 50, 25 video cards?
More than 100, my friend.
Okay. Yes. That's impressive. Okay. Then that's a business. Okay. Okay.
I mean, we had, I could tell you some fun stories of units that we'd put holes in the wall to run 3 breakers and all together to run some shit, so
I've heard stories of guys getting a commercial real estate space in Stamford or Greenwich, Connecticut with unlimited power. You just rent the space and then it's unlimited power. They just racks, bro. They throw it in as video cards all day,
and the thing is, man, I've seen people doing YouTube videos of them also in like 2018 losing their asses, and like the only way that I was ever going to be profitable in that endeavor was to then turn and sell that shit to people that I know and others, and like essentially get them wrapped up in what was a fucking losing endeavor, and like it took a couple years for me to realize that, but like I did get to spend that time with my family, and like that means a lot, so like I said, it was painful, and thank God in all of this that we found Hex and we're all here now, and like thank whatever you want to that I'm here now, because I mean, like it was a risky, dangerous, crazy endeavor that I was very like I didn't realize until I was in the trenches how much I was addicted to that paycheck. I was like, damn, this is a lot harder here. This is a lot fucking harder, So yeah, long and short of it, man, is I fucking respect the shit out of you for doing what you do, man, and I'm glad that we're here now, man.
I'm a little jealous of your situation, though. I wish I was a crypto. Oh man, I was. It kills me.
I mean, it was
painful,
though. It was painful. It's not. It seems so cool. You're like at first, like it was awesome. You're
scared the shit out of me in 2015, 2016. I thought about it. Me and my boys at my managed service provider where I work. It's an MSP. We're all nerds, hacker guys. Oh, we had miners in our little data center. We in the room, like we had all that. But
like my workers that I was with when I was like pumping it up, like a couple of these other kids, they all built rigs and shit too, and what's funny is that like I told several of them about Hex, but they had all been burned so bad by these rigs that like 0%, like months later, I'm like I talked to a couple of them and I was like, oh y'all claim your shit or whatever, and nothing. They're like, man, and I'm like, still early. I've said it to them like multiple times, I mean, but. How can you? You can't force shit down.
You never know, and that's what's crazy. And I'll just say this real quick about Hex is like when I first got in, before it even launched, I've been watching Richard for 2 or 3 years. When it came out, I'm buying Hex for $100 a penny. You can get 100 Hex for a penny. Well, now it's about a penny. That's 100x right there. That was my target. I was thinking in my brain, wow, when is it going to go to a penny? 5 years, 10 years? I'm like dreaming.
Me too, man.
It's been like 11 months. What are you? It's blown every expectation I've ever had out of my brain. Like, I can't even equate to how fast it's going up. I can't even tell you how bad it hurt my soul to sell the HEX to pay my student loans, man. Like, it's like, sure, I'm up 1,000 times, and sure, it's almost, but it's like almost a penny. Like, it burned me on the inside, man. Like, I know we're going to 10 cents. I know we're going to $1. I know this is the future. Like, so that killed me. But that was that was my target. That was my goal in life, and I did it, and that's done, and that's part of my portfolio is accomplished. So
your emotional balance will be better for it. It's, even though it's a $35,000 payment that you paid, that's probably $1 million worth of peace of mind. So you got to look at it in that way as far as that ROI.
Is that JP Morgan?
Hey, David, make sure you get in the chat rooms on the show so that you can try and get into the HEX giveaway, the million HEX giveaway.
$1 million HEX giveaway. Wow. Who the hell's giving that away? Oh, no, I had no idea.
This guy right here. They got a donation, and they're going to be giving away.
Crazy. You're giving away $1 million HEX? What are you, nuts?
We're giving away $1 million HEX. So
that's very generous, in my opinion. That's very generous.
It wasn't me. It was Ski Cat. We got a donation from a guy in the community named Ski Cat, and he gave us $1 million HEX to give away to the Hex King community. And so what we're doing is we're trying to get to 1,000 followers here on DLive, and then we're giving away every stream. Who's ever in the chat room, you go and you qualify. We're going to put everybody on a wheel, and we're going to pick 3 winners as soon as we hit 1,000 followers.
Wow, that is very generous. Wow,
it is very generous.
That's fantastic.
Cat is awesome.
Yo, that could be life-changing right there for somebody who even just wins that HEX and then holds it and stakes it. That could change their lives in a couple years from now, and they have no idea today. We have no idea.
Oh, yeah. I have a feeling that over the next few years, we're going to see a lot of awesome stories from people about all sorts of cool shit that in their lives. I'm very excited to see what happens. I mean, it's bound. It's
just the beginning. I mean, it's not even at a penny yet. We're still like 0.09. Like, you're like almost a penny. Like,
it crossed over. It crossed over on HEX Live or whatever earlier today.
It did. It hit the penny. All-time high. Beautiful.
We hit it today. Yep.
Amazing. And with all the suppression and not being on the big listing boards, oh
my gosh, it's great.
That's what's crazy about this too. I feel like this is the most it is the most legit crypto. Like, I've seen BitConnect. Like, I've seen the scams come and go, and then it's been a year, guys. HEX is not going anywhere. This isn't a joke. Like,
it ain't going nowhere. They're stuck with us now. They're stuck with us.
And it's suppressed. So we're still ahead of the curve. People still don't know about it. It still hasn't gotten the fair publicity it deserves. So.
Oh, it's great. I mean, that some of that part of it, even though it's as frustrating as it is, something about a David and Goliath underdogs and, the Cinderella story, whatever cliche you want to fucking use for it, it's fantastic. And you always love to be a part of the, if you can be a part of that winning, underdog group, it's amazing. Who doesn't want to be part of the Rebel Alliance?
Look how worn my sweatshirt is, man. This is legit, man. I've been wearing this a long time, man.
Don't ever get rid of that.
This is unique, man. This is custom. Oh yeah, dude. I love it. And everybody hated on me. Just here's what makes me sad is everybody doubted me, Richard, my family and my girlfriend, and everybody you talk to, they don't get it. They don't believe. Well, what do you say now, ladies and gentlemen? What do you say now when I'm debt free? And that's just the beginning. I've just begun.
If they were smart, they'd say, "How do I get some?
How do I get some?"
And now I'm going to help them. Now I'll help them get them some. Absolutely. Now I'm going to spend some time actually teaching people.
Yep. My wife.
I think he said that his girlfriend gave him that sweatshirt, right, for a Christmas gift. So that was a year ago. So last Christmas, right?
Last.
So shout out to your partner that supported you, without necessarily knowing what HEX was or why you were enthusiastic about it, or, even if you try to explain it or something, she might have got it or she might not have or whatever. But kudos to the people that support people that actually make this investment of time, resources, advocacy, because we see guys on here all the time and they have people standing behind them, supportive, like your partner sounds like. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is it's a super huge help. If I couldn't be where I'm at without kick-ass wife and, family and shit behind me too, but again, it's the same situation where they support me, but support me is an interesting term when they're like, okay,
right. That kooky thing he's doing.
My
he's
wife,
doing crazy
my
shit.
wife says,
here comes
yep,
Jeff.
okay, go off in your
Crackpot
room.
scheme here. He's got a unique idea. Yeah. He's got such a unique mind, doesn't he?
Yeah, my wife just says, go off into your room and fap your crypto freaking night away with your streams. Go ahead.
When we first started this whole goofy thing, when I started, I was like, I think I'm gonna leave my job. And my wife's like, excuse me. After that happened, I was like, no, this is like the high. I was on Richard's level about one thing early on, and so I was like, this shit appreciates better than I've never seen. I know some numbers, and I see this shit pops the fuck off, all of the crypto did, and it does, and yeah. So from a long time, my wife's always she doesn't want to hear anybody. I'd be like, I'd start going off, trailing off about crypto, and she'd be like, tell me when we're rich, honey. Tell me when we're rich.
I'll support you. Just tell me when we're rich.
Yeah. Just let me know when we're good. Just let me know. I don't need all this back history bullshit. I don't need to know when Vitalik with the fucking chain split. I don't give a shit.
It's also good for legal liability too, in case if you're ever implicated in some questionable coin, and she has no idea and can't be questioned.
It's very, very plausible deniability. We're good with that.
That's it. Plausible deniability. The less you know, the better. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, but that changes quickly. She catches a look at the Staker app, and she's like, can I see some of those? Can you share me on some of those spreadsheets of yours real quick?
You like that growing interest, huh? You like those returns.
We should probably talk about in case something happens.
Yeah, Staker makes it hard to hide anything. If you can, you look at your stakes, and it's first thing you see is how much they're worth.
Yes,
with a big dollar sign next to them. Well,
I talked to my significant other.
That's
about,
actually something.
What happens if I pass away? I've got my ledgers, multiple wallets, multiple passwords. I'm a hacker nerd guy, so I've got multiple layers of craziness. What if I do get hit by a bus? What, you're gonna have millions of dollars of crypto locked up that rots? No. I gotta teach my kin and my family how to access these assets in the event I do perish. I feel like that's important as well. To teach your spouse, if you do have a spouse that you love and you trust, look, honey, in the event I die, you need these passwords, you need these keys, you do this, you call the lawyer, whatever. I'm big on privacy. I don't let my portfolio is my portfolio. My wife knows about it, or girlfriend, whatever. That's it. It's my business. But I feel like it's important to teach them, because there's no will for this guy. It's like you die, you pass away, and nobody knows your keys. Bye fortune. What about your kids? What about your family? You want to hand it down to them? You got to get the keys to somebody you trust if you want to pass it on.
That's what I like about HEX, is it doesn't promote trading, which jumbles a lot of the bookkeeping and a lot of the transfer and what do you have over here and what do you have over there. I do like the ladder system. I do like the, you can have, many different Ethereum wallets. You can, different browsers or different hardware sources and things like that. So making a plan with it makes sense. But if it's based in HEX primarily, it's just easier. It's so much easier to document in general. And it's so much easier if you're actually going to get to be wealthy.
Your family knows MetaMask.
To put into a trust and stuff like that. Yeah.
One sec. Hey, y'all. I actually have somebody in my Zoom room that I'm an onboarding client here. So I'm going to catch y'all in a minute here. Maybe I'll come back in a little bit once I'm done with them.
All right, Big K.
New HEX
bro.
Nice to meet you, Big K.
He's got to onboard somebody, duty calls.
Client, though. That's fantastic. I wish I was in the crypto asset management realm. I've thought about that actually as a security possibility, is helping wealthy individuals, protect their crypto portfolios from, hackers and make sure that it's secured. I think that's a underserviced niche at this point, maybe.
Who's that in the chat room there?
I don't know.
Add a penny. Who is that?
Well, welcome back.
Hello, GT.
Welcome back.
Good time.
Is he in the chat room? Is he? Probably funny as hell.
Yeah.
Shit talker.
Somebody's talking to him like he's a newbie. Right on. Well, I wanted to see David there.
That was awesome. That was a great story.
Yep. Right on, David. All right, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is wonderful. I'm super pumped, and I'm a hardcore Hexican, and you guys keep doing what you're doing, all of you as well, and especially Crypto Coffee. I've been a follower of yours for a long time, actually, and keep it up, my bro.
Thanks so much, man. Means a lot.
Definitely.
Keep strong to your plan. It's great.
For sure, I will, guys. I'm actually going to hit up the Hexologist. I'm hoping to just get like a pleb interview and tell my little story, and we'll see what happens. I'm a big fan of his as well.
Where's the love for us, man? You're on this show and you're talking about coffee.
Have you guys interviewed Richard before? You sound familiar, right? It's been years, dude. It's been years. I mean, I've been watching for 3 years.
Pirate gets no respect. The pirate gets no fucking respect.
Do you know who Richard is? If you don't know who Richard is, David can tell you about him. He's an eccentric guy that sits in a throne.
Yeah, why don't you tell me about
Where's
HEX,
the top
David?
hat?
By the way, this is Discourse Syndicate that you're on right here. It's a new crypto show that we started based on HEX just the other day. You might have heard of us.
No, I'm sorry. This is actually my first time hearing of you, actually. I apologize. Of this show, yes, I'm sorry.
I love it. It's so authentic. I love it.
And I'll be honest, I'm coming out of the woodwork. Like I was sleeping on HEX for a minute because my position was chilling, and I was hodling strong. I'm a hodler. I'm not a trader. I don't mess around. I buy and I hold and I wait until I hit target prices. And
yeah,
well, it's a perfect crypto for you, man.
100%.
Fucking Richard set me up with this guy. Make me feel bad.
I apologize. No, I love you guys. You guys are doing the Lord. You're doing the Lord's work in my mind. If you guys are,
we love you, man. We love you.
I thought you were joking. I thought you were joking.
You're a real fucking pirate, man. You're a real pirate.
Oh, that's
pirate.
too
I'm
good.
no pirate. I'm just a nerd. Just a nerd.
Hey, thanks for the no one, man.